Misozuke. It's a fermented tofu that's fermented using miso. Now I've had and made fermented tofu before. Chow. Now you might be thinking of the vegan cheese named Chow, but vegan cheese named Chow actually uses Chow, the fermented tofu, to flavor its vegan cheese Chow because Chow tastes like cheese. I know that was confusing. Now I've recently seen a lot of people talking about tofu Misozuke. Now, it's specifically tofu Misozuke because there's other forms of Misozuke. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm doing my best. I literally Googled like 25 different versions of ways to pronounce this. And I'm really hoping, because I just don't want the sea of people like,
"You're pronouncing it wrong,"
you know, to get me in the comments. Now, like I said, I came across a load of different Misozukes. There's like garlic Misozuke and cucumber Misozuke, which is just like pickles made from miso. Now it's kind of endless, all of the things that you can make with the technique of Misozuke. So a month ago, I took a block of firm tofu. I dried it and pressed it, and then I mixed together 1 cup of miso paste. Now, you have to use unpasteurized miso paste, otherwise it won't work. Now, I didn't have enough miso paste to do one, so I did like a little bit of red and a little bit of white miso paste. They were both unpasteurized, so this is still gonna work perfectly fine. I then mixed it with 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar and 1 tablespoon of raw sugar.
Tofu Misozuke originated in Fukuoka, Japan, where it's considered a delicacy. The recipe was said to have been lost for some time, but some Japanese researchers were able to recreate it after finding a tofu manuscript.
Now, there's loads of different variations of this. I've seen people using different herbs and spices inside their miso to kind of flavor up their cheese. I've also have seen people use sake instead of rice vinegar. Now, I think both of those are gonna come out pretty good. You're gonna have a similar result.
So we just wanna mix up our miso mixture. Once it's mixed up, pull out your tofu. It should be pressed pretty good. Dry it off. Now we're just gonna wrap it in some cheesecloth. I wanna make it a thin layer of cheesecloth, just a single layer. Fold the sides over, fold it over, make it like a nice little package. Once it's completely wrapped up, we're just gonna spread that miso mixture over top fairly thick. We don't want any holes, no spaces for air to get out. We're just then gonna throw it into our container, completely make sure that it's covered, smooth it out, throw the lid on it, and then we're just gonna throw it into the back of the refrigerator, all the way into the back, and just forget about it.
You can let it sit for 2 months, 3 months. You can even actually start eating it just shortly after, like a week. Now, you're not gonna get that super cheesy effect, and even after a month, you might not get like the creamy cheesy effect. You might have to wait 2 months. But I'm gonna try mine today. It's been a month. I'm getting excited. I was gonna hold it off for another month and do the whole 2 months thing, but I think a month is gonna work. Hey gang, let me tell you a little bit about today's sponsor. Green Chef is the first CCOF certified organic meal kit company. CCOF stands for California Certified Organic Farmers. CCOF certified producers grow, process, and sell organic foods. And Green Chef has options for every kind of lifestyle, including keto and paleo, vegan, gluten-free, vegetarian, fast and fit, and Mediterranean. Ugh, these all sound so good. I'm gonna go with the Baja cauliflower bowl today for dinner. And Green Chef makes cooking easy with step-by-step instructions, chef tips, and photos to guide you as you follow the recipes. And you can enjoy your greens while being green and know that Green Chef is the most sustainable meal kit, offsetting 100% of the plastic in every box and 100% of their carbon footprint and emissions. And if you've been watching, you've seen me cook Green Chef dozens of times, more than dozens and dozens of times. I don't even know how many times I've made Green Chef meals. They're always so good. Every time Green Chef just, it's always so great. So gang, use code SauceStache 130 to get $130 off, plus free shipping on your first box. Head over to greenchef.com for more details. That's code SauceStache 130 will get you $130 off, plus free shipping on your first box. Green Chef, thank you for sponsoring today's video and for always sending me really great food. Now, I do want to say that you're probably going to want to pull this out of the fridge every now and then to pour off some liquid if there is any. I've pulled it out probably 2 or 3 times, and only 1 time was there anything, and it was just like a slight drop. So that might make a difference. So I will say, there's a little bit of liquid right now, but it's not much, so I think it's okay. So I will say that, it's really just a super strong miso smell. We're gonna pull this out here, and I'm wondering, it feels like just a firm block of tofu at this point. And I'm really hoping that this actually fermented. So this was wrapped in the cheesecloth, which I think is going to make it, oh man, I will say this looks pretty much like a lot of the fermented Misozuke that I've seen, but it doesn't seem to have, it's not as soft as what I'm guessing. I'm thinking we probably needed to go maybe like another month or something. Whew. I'll say it does seem to have kind of like a soft, possibly spreadable texture. I'm pretty stoked about it, but there are parts that still seem like it's firm. Like the top here has some parts that are firm, but like the sides and the bottom definitely seem like they could be a little spreadable. Okay, are you ready to try some fermented tofu? Grab your spoon.
Yes.
Let's just we're just gonna do a little taste just on the end. This is firm tofu. Cheers.
Cheers.
You did a big bite. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
It's interesting. It's not bad.
It's sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet, mushy,
Yep.
soft,
Very soft.
miso-y.
Yeah, it does have a miso kind of taste. It's a little salty. Do you think it's cheesy?
It does have a little bit of a cheese flavor.
It does have a cheese flavor.
Yeah, that's one thing I was trying to think of, like, what does it
What is that
taste
flavor?
like? And I think it's cheese.
Yeah, yeah. Super cheesy.
All right, we'll try this on bagel.
Throw it on a bagel, baby. You do the bagel your way. I'll do the bagel my way. Okay, here we go. Cheers.
No, it's a good spread.
Yeah. That's really good. Almost like a Swiss cheese.
I think it's pretty good. I'm eating all this. I didn't put too much on because it is rich, so I have a hard time with stuff that's too rich, but it's just enough to flavor it.
And you don't put a lot on,
Well,
you don't put a lot of anything on anyways.
right.
Yeah, so all in all, this is great. This is the quickest, I mean, I know it took a month, but it only took 5 minutes to make, like 5 minutes to prepare. This is the quickest vegan cheese I've ever had. And it's really good. All in all, a month
Thumbs up.
of doing nothing, yeah. This is a super thumbs up. I don't know if people would commonly have tofu and Misozuke on a bagel, but I think it's the right way to
We
go.
did, yeah. I think it's good.
Yeah. Super good.
Yeah, love it.
Love it. It's great.
Very good.